So let me just explain a little. I recently redesigned my home office slash studio. Super lucky to have found this apartment a year ago. It was within our budget and it had an extra bedroom that we could use as my office. Very lucky. So I hadn't really spent much time decorating it up until a few months ago when I started this whole project. My hair color changes throughout this video because I spent so long filming it. I think I started filming it maybe in July. By the way, I'm filming this in here, not in the office, because no spoilers, okay? Okay, so let me just start by showing you what the office used to look like. A mess, right? It's a mess. So the first order of business was to get rid of this desk. I got the base of this stand-up desk from my old job during the pandemic when we were all working from home. I hated this desk. It took up so much space. So I sold it on OfferUp and I bought another one on Amazon. I expected the one from Amazon to come in 2 days. Unfortunately, there was some shipping issue and the desk came in 2 different pieces. The tabletop came very quickly, and then the second part, the base of the desk, didn't come for another 2 weeks. I put my old desk up on OfferUp as soon as I bought the new desk. Usually when I put things up on OfferUp, they would take a couple days to sell. This desk sold immediately. Within the first hour, someone had already came and bought it and took it away. So I was without a desk for a couple weeks and I ended up having to use the dining table for my temporary desk. But finally the rest of my new desk arrived and my boyfriend helped me set it up and I love it. My old desk was not motorized like this. It feels so fancy, but it was actually pretty cheap. So next order of business was to add some color. I rent this apartment, so I didn't want to paint the walls. So instead I decided to add some color by painting the furniture, starting with this shelf. So first I primed it and the whole time this squirrel was watching me with his beady little eyes. Then I painted it this beautiful dark blue color. I've been wanting to paint my furniture blue ever since watching season 2 of The Circle, which opened my eyes to having colorful furniture. I want to paint all my furniture now. So next up I needed something to help me organize all my sketchbooks, watercolor pads, journals, etc. Some veggies. So I got 3 of these shelves. 2 of them are gonna go up here on the workbench, and then the other one is gonna go on my desk under my computer monitor. By the way, my boyfriend built this workbench from scratch. He used to have it in his room, but then when we moved into this apartment, it just fit better in the office. Of course, I also wanted to paint these shelves. So once again, I started by priming everything. The 2 that are going to be next to each other on the workbench, I decided to do a checker top, but in different colors. So one of them was going to be peach and red, and then the other one is going to be blue and teal. So let me just take a minute to talk about this squirrel. He eats all of my plants. Like any plant I put outside will be destroyed within a week by the squirrel. I used to think squirrels were cute, but that was before I moved in here and tried to grow things. It took me a while to do the checker top this way because I had to wait for each color to dry before I could put tape over and do the other squares. And then yeah, I just had to do a lot of waiting for paint to dry. So if I did it again, I would try a different technique. Like I was thinking, what if you just paint the whole thing one color and then you get like a square sponge and sponge on the checker pattern in the other color. I feel like that would be so much easier than the way I did it. So I finally finished and varnished the whole thing, and then I had to put it together. Yeah, this is the final result for those shelves. I really like how they came out. So of course I had been gathering inspiration for office decor slash studio decor from Pinterest, and something that kept coming up were these pegboards. I saw so many cute little offices and studio spaces with these pegboards filled with art supplies and it's just like all kinds of stuff, and they're so cute. And so finally I went to IKEA and bought one, and guess what? I just went to a thrift store like a few days ago and I found the same exact pegboard that I had bought, same size and everything with all the hardware, for like a third of the cost that I bought it for at IKEA. So yeah, I wish I had thrifted more of the stuff I used to decorate the office, but lesson learned. And this is that shelf that I painted blue at the beginning of the video, and I thought it would be fun to add some contrast to the blue by painting the edge this peachy color. Turns out the only part of a wall-mounted shelf that you can see is the edges. So it just looks like a peach shelf now. Another lesson learned. So for the other shelf, I had this little sample of wallpaper I had bought from Spoonflower a while ago with one of my patterns on it. And I had some mustard yellow paint which perfectly matched the yellow in this pattern. It turned out to be just the right size to cover the shelf. I had never used wallpaper before, but I figured it should be easy enough. It's peel and stick, so I just had to cut it and then peel off the backing and put it on the shelf, right? This is peel and stick, y'all. I think this is like lick and stick. So I consulted my records and turns out I bought the pre-pasted wallpaper, which is water activated instead of the peel and stick kind. I'm gonna try to use it. I'm gonna see what happens when I put water on the back, if it'll stick. Wish me luck. I'm also pretty embarrassed at, oh, cut my elbow. Put the lids on your knives, y'all. Cap your Zactos. I'm pretty embarrassed at how long it took me to figure out that this wasn't peel and stick wallpaper. I got a cup of water here. All I have to do is put water on it, but I am thinking that it might not stick well to this kind of shiny, you know, surface. So I'm also gonna add a little bit of, tiny bit of Elmer's Glue All, extra strong formula. I don't know what I'm doing, so we're just gonna play around and see what sticks. Here we go. Oh no, my hair got in the water glue. It's cute. So I have this elephant head, and I want to paint it pink. So at this point, I thought I was just about done with the office redesign. I just had to clean things up a little bit, but I still didn't really like the vibe of the room. And the reason for that was the color of the walls, these brown beige walls. Like I said before, I rent this apartment with my boyfriend, and I knew we probably wouldn't be living here for much more than another like year or two. I didn't want to spend the time and the money painting the walls now just to have to repaint them this brown color when we go to move out. On this particular day, I was feeling very impulsive and I just wanted to paint the walls right then and there. So I called my boyfriend to try to talk me out of it. Like, you don't care if it's brown or white. Okay. Okay, well, I'll probably paint the walls white then. Bye. He just talked me more into it. Let's measure the walls. Why is this so hard? I've never painted a room before, ever, and I'm kind of, I kind of don't want to do any research on how to do it. I'm just gonna wing it. I know that people like to do primer and then paint. I got paint plus primer. The ceiling's already white, so I'm not gonna do the ceiling. I hope the ceiling is the same color white as this, which is pure white. I think first step is take everything off of this shelf and remove the shelf. Take everything off of the pegboard and remove the pegboard. Maybe figure out how to remove the curtain rod. I guess I will try to get as much stuff out of this room as possible. Try to scooch the desks in away from the walls. I don't know if I need to tape the ceilings. I've got a lot of stuff, a lot of prep work to do. I am gonna get started, and I'll put you, dear viewer, on a tripod right here so you can watch me work. Spiders. It's like sealed along the edges for some reason. I'm just gonna paint around the outlets. So I'm gonna screw these little guys back in. I think I'm ready to start painting. First coat, wow, it's very echoey in here. First coat is done. It took a lot longer than I thought it would, but it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm gonna have to continue this tomorrow. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this office redesign turned out. I feel like it's still kind of a work in progress. I think one day I want to do like paint a little mural up here, maybe, perhaps maybe add some string lights. There's lots of little things I keep thinking of that I might want to add. So I'm sure it'll just be like a perpetual work in progress until we move. So let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching this video. And subscribe if you want, and I'll see you later.